Welcome back to the Kevin Biggio Stand podcast,
Yes, yes.
where we talk about nothing but Kevin's, Danny, and whoever else we love at the time.
Yes.
Little bit, maybe a little bit less Big Daddy Cooch on this one, but
BDK as I call him.
yeah.
He's just Cooch today.
He's just Cooch today. He's little dog Cooch. But no, we do like to talk about Kevin Biggio, and especially after last night's game where Kevin Biggio played an integral role. At the beginning, at least. I mean, it ended up being a bit of a blowout, but without Kevin's help, it would not have been a blowout. So cheers to that guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't have a water.
Love to see it.
Or any
That's
beverage.
Okay. Mental cheers to that guy.
Yes.
You had something. What did you have on?
Okay, so the Blue Jays, as we all know, Blue Jays. Just goes for every fan base. We all have there's Stan accounts out there,
right?
So someone has a Bo Bichette Stan account. You know who you are if this is your person. They said Biggio was batting 189 with a lowly 262 the last 15 games. I realize he has a role in his clubhouse, but he seems to take a home run cut at every at bat. Schneider needs to sit his ass until he changes. Wasted Chapman's triple. I guess like
sure.
And then someone then immediately replies, "You're a Bichette Stan account." In that same, Bo is hitting 211, 231, 263 over his last 10 games. So you got no room to stand on.
Oh, that hurts.
And also, apparently, I just figured out that I'm a fan of people that are really good with runners in scoring position and late and close. Because Cav is like batting 274.
Oh, give it to me.
And a 403 batting average or 403 OBP with fucking runners in scoring position. So it's just like,
ice in his veins.
All right, but yeah, I feel like we got to go back because
we do got to go back. I
just
thought yes, I think Cav was a fun thing to start with. Hey, are we good again?
This is I want to say yes, but I'm scared to say yes.
I'm afraid. I am afraid because we played the Yankees, and that's not a big feat. But the Yankees, did they swept the Mets?
Yes, they took 2 games off the Mets.
2-game Subway Series, and they took them. And it was not just any 2 games. It was Scherzer and DeGrom back to back. So hey,
no, it wasn't. DeGrom didn't play.
DeGrom didn't pitch yesterday.
That was the thing. It was DeGrom. It got announced it got announced Sunday that DeGrom wasn't pitching. It was Taijuan Walker.
Was it Walker? Okay, well then it doesn't really count.
Walker, who then proceeded to give up a 450-foot.
Yeah, all right. It doesn't count anymore. The Yankees aren't back, so it doesn't count. So now I'm more worried again.
Yeah,
but hey, 3-4 against the New York Yankees
in New York. And Garrett Cole's a bitch.
Garrett Cole is a gigantic bitch. The biggest baby I've ever seen. It was the 4th game, I guess. We'll start with the 4th game and work our way back.
Yes.
Alek Manoah threw a sinker. First of all, he threw one early that kind of was close to Judge. It was near him.
Yes.
It didn't hit him, though. I mean, that's where you're trying to pitch Judge. Aaron Judge is a damn good hitter. I'm not going to lie to you. That guy can hit the ball a long way. So you're going to want to pitch Aaron Judge up and in where he can't go. We can't do that to you. So that's what Alek Manoah did. He missed the spot on the first
and hit him.
No, the first one did.
The first one, no, but he was close.
And then he tries it again later in the game, and he plunks him on the elbow guard. And if you read Aaron Judge's lips, he goes, "Yeah, that's 2, man. Come on." And it's like, yeah, that's where he's going to pitch you. It makes sense.
Yes.
So I understand where the a little bit of frustration comes from Judge because, yeah, that is 2 in the same spot.
Yes.
One of them. Say what you want. I think Alec might have meant to hit him. It's entirely possible.
It was a base open. Like, you never know.
It's entirely possible that he meant to hit him. I get it, but you can't just assume that because he did do it earlier, and you honestly just don't know. Now, Judge goes, "Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
I just wanted to let you know that's 2. I wasn't happy with it." Fine.
And then
Garrett fucking Cole,
Kermit the Frog.
Oh my god. Leaps over that railing, like
ribbits his ass to the Audi sign and says, "Yeah!"
Jumps the railing like they're spider tack. The last container of spider tack on the other side, and he's got to go get that bad boy.
Kermit be Cole here. You shouldn't.
And waits until someone holds him back before he gets real rowdy. Doesn't go anywhere. Doesn't do anything. And the whole time, Aaron Judge, I think I was listening to Baseball is Dead, and they put it, or Jared put it hilariously. Judge is standing there like, "Shut up, dude. Like, just go sit down. Like this, you don't need to be a part of this." And they also mentioned too, it's like if Josh Donaldson isn't up there getting worked up, you don't have a reason to get worked up. That guy will go anytime, any place. Why are you the only guy standing on this?
Josh is one of the few people we've seen like throw fists and
leap my God.
in like the past 10 years.
Yes. Like, so like relax for starters. But if you're gonna go. Don't be a bitch and stand.
Get past the Audi sign.
Stand 40 feet away from the 6'6" man like you're gonna do something tough because there's a big Aaron Judge in the middle of you. I think Aaron Judge would take that battle with Alek Manoah. Like I think he'd probably win that. He's stronger. He's bigger. He's longer. He's just everything. I trust him.
Yeah, but Garrett.
But I don't think Aaron Judge is throwing those hands in.
Yeah, and Garrett Cole would get fucking demolished by Alek Manoah.
And Garrett Cole would get absolutely murdered by Alek Manoah. Now, post game. I guess I'll just start with the quotes. I don't have them in front of me. Did you write them down somewhere?
Are you talking about the Alek one or the Garrett
one? Both.
Okay, I kind of know both of them verbatim.
Yeah, me too. But
Alek was essentially my sinker has been off for the last couple games, and then I told Judge it was nothing bad. Like it didn't matter. Like it was good. And then he's like, if Garrett wants to do anything, he can walk past the Audi sign,
which is hilarious. Garrett's on the other hand was so stupid. It was something like it happened one too many times for my liking or something. Buddy,
and he was like,
it happened once.
He was on one that day. Like what?
Yeah, it happened once. What do you mean it happened one too many times?
Since we're pivoted backwards, hey Garrett, maybe you should have been on one the day before.
Yeah. Oh.
When when King JBJ.
Speaking of the day before, when he plunked Matt Chapman up high.
Oh yeah, and we're like and then
What do you mean it happened one too many times? It happened as many times as you yesterday, and none of our guys are coming out trying to fight you from 40 feet away.
You know, it's also not like Alek Manoah led the league in hit by pitch last year.
Oh, he does not have command, but he's good at not having command sometimes.
Yes.
Like it is what it is. Now, continuing post game, I have any shred of respect I had for Yankees fans. Very little. There was very little of it. It's gone. It's so gone.
This is the thing that I like.
So
all the Alek Manoah. He was this man needs to like lay off the McDonald's in the subway. Hi, one of I can't believe I'm saying this. One of my favorite pitchers over the last decade and a half has been CC Sabathia. When he was pitching, he was Alek Manoah's build. Yankees fans.
He's bigger than Alek Manoah.
He was
in less shape than Alek Manoah.
Yes, at the time when he was playing, but now
he looks way better.
He's jacked to shit.
Very different now, but
like Yankees fans. Really? Like they're practically the same build, and you're telling him to lay off the hamburgers.
Yeah.
Like
it's embarrassing. It's just flat out embarrassing. Also, the fact that they're out here calling him a fake tough guy. It's like, did you watch that clown jump the railing and stop dead in his tracks?
Yes.
That is the definition of a fake tough guy. You waited until the 6'7" man, 280 pounds got in the middle of you before you really started running your mouth. That's a fake tough guy.
And Yankees fans, do you also realize that same tough guy is the same dude that literally, when mad, said, "Oh, for Pete's sake."
No tough guy in the history of the planet Earth has ever said for Pete's sake. Seriously, in a serious manner. That's a joke. Like,
or a tough guy doesn't freeze when asked if he's using spider tech.
Yeah. Like he didn't even answer just so many things wrong.
Yeah.
With Garrett Cole. It hurts me. Yeah. It hurts me so much.
The first 3 days of that series were beautiful, though.
Oh, yeah. Before we get to the first 3 days, though, the other thing they were yipping was the fact that he's 1-3 in his last 4 games against the Yankees. It's like you're going a 4-game set for starters. That's embarrassing. But also, I'm 80% sure his numbers aren't even bad.
Numbers, I think he gave up I think he has 1 loss in that, and that's 2 no decisions.
He had 1 earned run in that game.
I think he had 1 win, 2 no decisions, and a loss.
Yeah. And I'm trying to find the actual numbers, but it's nothing. It's nothing. He's not giving up runs. He's just not getting run support.
He's not the reason. Yeah, he's not the reason the Jays are losing those games.
No, God, no.
No.
His numbers at Yankee Stadium are ridiculous. He's got I think it's a 2 something ERA with under 1 whip. He's cooking the Yankees every time he goes out there, but he's not getting the run support. That's all it is.
No.
It's so brutal.
Yeah, that happens, unfortunately.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's the Jays. It's the way we are. It's probably going to happen tonight because they got an absolute bum on them out. But whatever. The first 3 games were great, though. You're right. What a fun time.
Including the Apple TV game that we won.
Oh, we won an Apple TV game. That's incredible.
We're 2-2 in Apple TV games.
We are 2-2 in Apple TV games. Yeah, the Apple TV game sucks.
Yeah,
I know we already had this conversation. We don't have to get into it again, but
you know, it's great. hearing Aaron Boone say nothing while Teoscar Hernandez is hitting a home run in the simul screen. Like,
yeah, if I wanted to watch a Yankees podcast, I would just go search up Yankees podcast. I wouldn't sit there and watch the broadcast of my team playing a game.
I guess the only thing I can defend Apple TV about being quote unquote Yankee bias is the Yankees were the entire story. The Yankees and how bad they've been have been the biggest story in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
I guess
you're right. The only, it's also the biggest team in baseball.
Yes, it's also the biggest team in baseball. But it's just man,
there's a lot going on for the Jays too that you could have talked.
Yeah, you had that writer for the 3 innings. It felt like.
Yeah, he just kept talking about them. I'm like, why didn't we get a guy?
Yeah, and then
at no point did we couldn't bring in
Arash Madani, which wouldn't have been fun, but
you could have brought in Dan.
Seriously, Tabby, something.
Literally, Buck's got enough to talk about right now. You could have asked if he wanted to come in. Maybe they did, but there's a lot there you could have done, and they didn't. Yes. They just talked about the Yankees for 8 innings, and 1 inning we got to sit there in silence, and that was so nice. That was my favorite inning of the game, where they just went, you know what? Let's just let them listen to the game. It was great.
Sound of silence.
That was so nice. Yeah, just an awkward broadcast all along. I didn't like it as a Jays fan. No. Sucked, but we won the game, and that's all that matters.
That game. We already talked about the Barrios game last podcast, and the Mitch, as I'm calling it, the Mitch White JBJ game. Am I wrong?
I mean, Mitch White gave up 7 hits and only 1 run.
7 hits in 4 innings and 1 run.
That's impressive.
And then JBJ, I just need to do JBJ already 1,000 times better than Bradley Zimmer.
I don't want to say it, but yeah.
As much as you don't want to say it, Brent.
I don't want to say it.
Jackie Bradley Jr.
I wouldn't have said it before yesterday.
Has more hits. I think he has more hits with the Jays than Zimmer did the whole season.
In last night's game, he might have had more hits than Brad did. In fairness, before that, he had 1 big game. He had a double, and it was great. Brad had one of those earlier in the year too. I'm like, all right, we're at the 2-out spot. And then JBJ went out yesterday and just dominated. And I'm like, even Brad wouldn't have done that.
Even on the Sunday where we lost, he had the 2-out walk. Wasn't it the walk with the bases loaded?
Yeah, he drove in that run.
Yeah,
very strange. People were like, "Oh, we did nothing in that inning." I'm like, "Well, we got more than 0, which is more than we normally get. So why are we complaining?" Just would I have liked to see Lourdes or Vlad get a hit with the bases loaded? Sure. But am I upset about the fact that we got 1 run, not 5? You're not going to get runs every time the bases are loaded. It doesn't happen like that. There's some good pitchers on that other side.
We've won 5.
Yeah, JBJ's good. JBJ's great.
JBJ's good. JBJ's good. We've won 5.
Great guy. 6. He's been way better here than he was in Boston. Shocking.
Somehow that is the first time he played. Even though he was in Milwaukee last year, that's the first time he played at Fenway as an opposing player.
It's crazy.
He didn't know where the visitors' batting cage was.
Yeah, that's funny. It was cool to see that whole thing yesterday with the guys talking to him and stuff.
And he's just roping fastballs.
Yeah, he hit better yesterday than I've ever seen him hit. It was nuts.
Yeah,
nuts. Great, we go 3 for 3 or 4 for 3. 3 for 4.
I think it was 2 for. I think it was.
He hit 3 hits, didn't he?
He had 2 hits and a walk. I think.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
2 of which came in the same. I think the double and the walk. That 1 inning.
That's nuts. Good for him.
With 2 outs.
Good for him.
Yes.
He did go 2 for 3 with a walk. You're right.
Yes.
Great. 2 runs. RBI. Big day for Jackie Bradley Jr.
Big day. Big day.
It's not bad. Yeah, what else? What do we have on here? I haven't even really looked at
we have a giant we could talk bullpen because there's so much shit that you could talk about with that.
Yeah, the bullpen has been good.
No, I learned this last tied for the best bullpen in baseball.
We're what?
We're tied, I think, with the Guardians for the best bullpen ERA since the All-Star break.
That's insane.
At a 2.5. Man.
Remember when the bullpen was the biggest issue we had? And
you remember
when you gotta get bullpen arms?
Do you remember the time when we had Banda and Thornton in our bullpen?
Oh my god! With bad Trevor Richards.
With bad Trevor Richards, and now we have, I'm not gonna say good Trevor Richards, a serviceable Trevor Richards, and we have to option down Zach Pop because Tim Mesa is a mutant.
Yeah, that guy's back. I mean, in fairness, it's his non-pitching arm, so you don't even need that thing. But
15 days he was out.
Good for him. That's impressive.
And you have one of the ghosts coming back. Like he's played.
Is he coming back? Like, are we? Can I say that?
I think in Buffalo he's pitched like 6 innings and has like 10 Ks and hasn't given
no
up
runs
yet.
no no hits,
one hit,
one
no
walk.
Runs. Yeah, no hits, no runs. Like,
yeah,
is he back on the?
I just want to get him here. I would like to see him get here, so that we can get as many games out of him as we can before it becomes a thing that we can't use him anymore.
Honestly, like we're in a very good. As much as we shit on the bullpen, we're in a very good spot.
Great spot.
Like, if we have to if we're optioning Zach Pop and then we have
super serviceable arm in Zach Pop.
Super serviceable arm, and we still have like the ghosts coming back. I'm gonna add Taylor Saucedo to that too because he's been out since like April.
Yeah, Saucedo, like, I don't have a ton of faith in Saucedo, so I think he stays in AAA. But
it's another lefty, and we still have Matt Gage that just hasn't been talked about for like a month and a half.
Under 1 ERA, like, Matt Gage is not in this bullpen.
Like we're in a very good spot with this bullpen.
Like, yeah, it's not as big of an issue as people made it out to be, and I think it was the similar situation as last year where they started really hot, ran out of gas really quick, and stunk for like 3 months.
What happened was like you had literally, I think they had the most like bullpen injuries like in existence.
Yeah.
So you had like Bergen and like Jeremy Beasley, like a bad Jeremy Beasley in like the 8th inning.
There's a good Jeremy Beasley.
Okay, you know what? Jeremy Beasley in AAA is just
Jeremy Beasley is great. You're right.
You're pretty good in AAA this year, but like
he's phenomenal in AAA, but he's never
like
been
last year it all started to change in like May when Tyler Chatwood developed the yips. Like even Rafael Dolis was fine last year for like a very good chunk of the season.
That's what I mean. And then all of a sudden it fell apart in the middle there. And the same thing happened this year. They started great this year.
Oh yeah, but then they had to be used,
they didn't have it anymore.
They had to be used every day.
Same thing as last year. They started out being used every other day, every day. Like every pitcher was going like 2-3 days in a row. And then they ran out of gas and then they found it near the end.
Yeah.
I think that's exactly what's happening here. I'm fine with this current bullpen. There's nothing.
Yeah.
Could you have brought in? No, I was going to say Josh Hader, but Josh Hader's not even worth it. He's terrible right now.
Reza Iglesias?
But like he's so hit and miss too. It's like I'm perfectly fine with what we have and how it's working. It's great.
Yes.
It's phenomenal. What else we got? We talked about Timmy.
Like the fact that he's back already is
really so nuts, man. How do you separate your shoulder and pitch in the same thing?
Since we're on the bullpen discussion, we have to talk about him. We got to talk about Cooch.
Yeah,
after
Cooch was not great. I just want to preface what I'm about to say with that. He wasn't great. He wasn't good. He walked 3 and hit 1. It's a terrible stat line. However, Yusei Kikuchi deserved a lot better out of that outing yesterday.
Oh yeah, as much as we like to love him, Cavan should have.
But also that's a pick that Vlad has to have. It's a bad throw.
Very true.
It's a bad play from Vlad. He doesn't. But he stepped awkwardly. Both sides were bad, but one of you got to make a play on that and get Kikuchi, who's already got confidence issues. You don't want him out there much longer than he has to be.
No,
you got to make that play for him.
Yeah.
And if he gets that double play, then what? It's 2 walks, 3 walks,
2 walks. I think it's 2 walks, a strikeout, and
no runs.
And no runs.
It's literally like there's times to bash on Yusei Kikuchi. I don't think yesterday was one of those times. It's a 9-2 or 7-2 game at that point. 8-2 at that point.
No, it was 8. It was I think it was
8-1. 8-1 because they didn't have a run.
8-1 or 9. Yeah, it was 8-1 or 9-1 or something.
Like it's an 8-1 game. You're just going in there doing your thing. He made the pitch he needed to make. He got the ground ball. Should have had a double play, and they butchered it.
Yeah.
And then a lot you see it with every reliever, man. You get that ball, you think you're out of the inning, so you kind of mentally shut it down a bit.
You're just
it is what it is. He hits the next, walks the next guy, hits the next guy. It happens.
What happened. That's what David Phelps.
Like
David Phelps in the 9th inning when John Schneider came out, he's like, all right, I'm done. And then he's like, oh no, wait, I'm pitching still. Shit. Okay, goes out there, base hit.
Exactly.
Like, all right, now you're done.
Yeah. It's the same thing. Like I think there's gonna be times when you can bash on Yusei Kikuchi. I don't think yesterday was one of those. He wasn't great. He didn't, but he doesn't. That's what I said this already in the last time we talked about him. He doesn't have to be great. He just has to get the job done. His job is to go out there and give up no runs.
Yeah.
You walk 3 guys in a row, but if you strike out 3 within that little run before you give up a run, I don't care. You got out of the inning. It's fine. It's ugly. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to see
great.
that happen. But if he gets out of an inning clean, he gets it out of it clean. He's the 10th guy in your bullpen right now?
There are even 10 guys in the bullpen. I think there's 8.
9, 8.
It's 8.
I mean, he's technically still the 10th guy in your bullpen because you sent 2 guys down ahead of him.
Yes.
But who cares? It's really not that big a deal. In an 8-1 game, it's such a nothing issue.
Yeah,
it just does not matter. Let that guy figure it out.
We won 9-3 because the last 2 innings just didn't want to end.
Yeah. Who cares, man? Like, it's really not that big a deal.
Let's see. We have a couple other Blue Jays things that we could talk about.
Okay.
Aurelvis Martinez.
Aurelvis Martinez.
He broke the New Hampshire Fisher Cat single season home run record.
Wicked. Is he hitting above 200 yet?
I think he's batting like 208.
Is he?
He's batting like 208. He has like a 7% walk rate and like a 30% strikeout rate. And I'm just like, oh boy.
God, man.
You profile way better as a third baseman than a shortstop, Aurelvis.
Yeah, I think he's going to be good. He's going to have a lot of power, but that's very Juan Francisco vibes is what it seems like to me. Like, I remember when Juan Francisco came up and hit the world on fire, but just struck out a ton.
Yes. It's also
never found it.
It's also giving me like 2021 Matt Chapman without the defense.
Yeah.
Like,
what do you bring here? I hope he finds it. Don't get me wrong. I would love to see him figure it out.
Yeah.
But
like,
he's slugging 476
with a 208 batting average. Like, like, it's ridiculous.
That's so nuts.
Man.
I think he's a special kid. He's got a lot of pop.
Yeah.
I don't see him. I want to say it was Rob Wong tweeted one of the tweets about him breaking the record.
He wasn't serious. Don't worry.
No, but like but there were people in it
that took
regardless. He tweeted out that it was like 2023 Blue Jays starting shortstop, and there were people that agreed with that, and I'm like, I don't think he's close.
No, I think he's, if anything, he's late 2023.
Yeah,
he's like September 20.
Like, his defense isn't good. He doesn't hit for anything other than homers. It's not even just power; it's just homers. I don't see him. I don't see him being up here anytime soon until he figures out how to hit consistently.
Isn't
he
like 20 also at the same time?
He's a kid. He's a kid. He's not
and not everybody's gonna be Vladdy coming up at
3. He will figure it out eventually. He's 20. He'll be 21 in November.
Okay, so it's like,
he's a kid, man. He can figure it out. He got so much time, and I don't want to rush him up anytime soon. I don't think he's ready. But hey, he'll figure. He looked great in spring training. He hit everything. So if he can figure that out, then we'll be good. What else do we got?
I mean,
do we have any more Blue Jays storylines? Can we talk about tonight's game?
Yes, because I was going to bring that up.
Yes,
they did come out with the lineup and stuff. And
I haven't. Did we do our lineup yet? I haven't seen it.
Yes, we did. I can pull it up.
I want to talk with the Red Sox lineup.
Oh man, I know exactly what you're talking about. What you're going to talk about, and it's actually hilarious.
Yeah, the Red Sox have a new starting shortstop today.
Bro, it's a taste.
Bobby Dahlbeck.
Bobby D.
Has Bobby Dahlbeck ever played an inning at short?
I think he's played like 4.
Has he?
In his professional career, not even like
minor league stuff, like not major league stuff.
I think he's played major league.
Oh, really?
But it was also a blowout, I think.
It was just like, shit, someone got hurt. Go in there and get us through this. That's incredible. How I get. Did Bogarts get hurt last night? Did I miss it?
No, I don't. Like,
is Bogarts hurt today? What is going on?
Oh, okay. So Bobby Dahlbeck has 4 innings of a shortstop in the majors and 3 in the minors. 7. He has 7 professional innings at shortstop, and you're sticking him out there.
He might have to play more innings at shortstop tonight than he's played in his entire career.
Oh yeah, like
if he plays the whole game.
Because.
Why? What's why? Kike's in the lineup.
Kike's playing second. Just flip him, bro. Did you know Bobby Dahlbeck played second base? He had to play in that 15-10 game.
Yeah,
against the Orioles. Bobby Dahlbeck was playing second for like half that game because Bogarts got ejected and they had to do like all the bullshit switching.
So what went through Alex Cora's mind when he thought
It's the Blue Jays. So
Bobby Dahlbeck.
It's 25-0.
We're gonna get shit kicked anyways, so Bobby Dahlbeck, play some short. I love playing the Red Sox. Did you see Carabas's tweet last night?
Oh, is he the Red Sox have lost big screen privileges?
Yeah, that too. There's a couple there. I love it. Let me see if I can find them. He was talking about the run differential over the course of the series too.
Oh, he was like, I think one of the tweets was, if you take out the Blue Jays third inning, the Red Sox win this game. It's not getting talked about enough. It's like, so it's true. It's just like no.
Yep. He goes, the Blue Jays teabag the Red Sox every time they play them. Boston currently has a minus 47 run differential against Toronto this season. This game isn't even over yet, and they still have 5 games left against them. Oof.
We could lose every single game we play against Boston for the rest of the year and still be like plus 20 in the run differential.
That's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. And I mean, I can't foresee us being bad tonight with, who was it on the mound?
Jose Barrios.
No, on their mound.
Oh, Brian Bayo.
Brian Bello.
If you were a Bayo, but if you remember, he pitched the third game of that after the All-Star break, the third game where we won 8-4. So
this is ugly, dude. They have Rob Refsnyder leading off. In what world? He's been good for them. Don't get me wrong. He's been
really good against lefties, but
we got a righty in them.
We got a righty going. Like
Verdugo, Martinez, Devers, Kike. Why? Franchy Cordero. Franchy Cordero is going to go up. Reese McGuire isn't hitting 9. That should tell you enough about what's going on with this team. Jaren Duran.
Oh, Mr. Lost in the headlights, Jaren Duran.
Now, I don't feel too bad, but I feel bad for Red Sox fans. This is tough. This is a team that should be good. Like, I don't feel bad because it's the Red Sox. They should have. They're usually really good. But coming into the season, man, I thought they were going to compete.
I mean,
you're missing Trevor Story.
They overachieved last year, so everybody got expectations up.
Yeah, maybe.
Like,
their pitching staff sucks.
I mean, yeah, because of let's see,
but they do nothing.
Evaldi's been out. Like, what's it called? Sale, obviously. Like,
Nicky Piv is either an ace or he's the worst pitcher on your staff.
Yeah,
there's no in between.
Rich Hill, Michael Walker just got back.
Walker's been phenomenal.
Walker's been really good, but he just got back on the IL.
Yeah.
We're supposed to have James Paxton back by now.
What's his nuts? The unvaccinated guy?
Tanner Houck.
Tanner Houck should be in their rotation. He's hurt right now, though.
You know, we actually, the Red Sox fans can blame the Blue Jays for Tanner Houck being not a starter anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Because that first series where they had to go up to Toronto,
they pushed him into the bullpen.
He couldn't go.
Yeah, so they pushed him into the pen before thing.
They pushed Whitlock in the start.
Yeah.
And then it just didn't flip back for like 2 months. And now Whitlock's finally back in the bullpen. Like,
that's nuts, man. Tanner Houck has got a back injury right now.
Okay. And
he hopes to pitch again this season.
Jesus. New Red Sox, Eric Hosmer, also we're not going to see because he's gone. He's injured too.
Oh, good. I totally forgot he went there, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's just, it's ugly.
So
I'm so sorry.
John Schneider, I don't get this lineup tonight, but I guess.
Okay.
I mean, it's like a good lineup. It's just like we're facing a righty and you have one lefty.
And you have so many lefties available.
It's George DHing, Vlad first, Lourdes, Kirk, Teoscar, Bo, Chappie, Witt, and JBJ.
No Espinal.
No Espinal. That's what I said. I'm like, oh, okay. Whit Merrifield second. So,
I mean, it's how it should be, but
I guess sure.
You say they're facing a righty, right?
Yes, Bayo is a righty.
I don't mind Witt over Espinal, but
I don't either. But it's just like
the George DHing thing kind of screws you a little bit.
Yeah,
because like you can put him in center, then you could throw Vlad at DH and have Cav play first.
Yeah. I mean, but when George is also 13 for 23 since coming off the IL and only DHing,
you
live
DH.
with it.
You can DH. It's fine. I don't know. The lineup's good enough. Lefty, righty doesn't matter. We can't hit lefties anyways. Who cares?
Yeah, very true.
It doesn't matter. Just be happy that they're hitting something. That's should be a good one tonight. Did we miss any big storylines from the Jays? I can't seem to think of any.
I mean, the schedule for 2023
schedule came out. I didn't look at it.
Okay. Well, apparently we have a 10-game road trip to start the year. If I'm looking at
to start the year. Oh, you know what? We're renovating
because
the
of
Rogers Center.
The renovations. Yeah,
that makes sense.
So another thing that I also found very interesting is we play in April, between April and May, we play the Yankees and the Rays twice each, and then we don't see them again until the last week of the season.
It's a balanced schedule next year.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm so excited for that.
Bro, like our All-Star, it's actually like our March/April, kind of cake. It's kind of cake. Like
St. Louis,
but Kansas City for 4.
The dumpster fire that is the LA Angels,
Tigers,
Detroit, Tampa, Houston, Yankees, White Sox, Seattle. The first half was
beautiful. And
yeah.
The second half was oh my god. Wait, never mind. I'll shut up because from May 12th to May the 21st, Atlanta, New York for 4, and Baltimore.
And Tampa.
Oh boy.
Like, I mean, who knows, man? Like,
yeah,
any of these teams could be garbage next year.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
We don't get Randall Grichuk's revenge game. It's in the Colorado game is in Colorado.
Huh. You don't have a. I guess they don't do home and home.
They're not doing.
It's balanced.
Yeah. Huh. The only home and home is the AL teams. All the AL teams we play.
Right.
AL and
we have San Fran at home. I haven't seen a San Fran game in a while.
We have the Padres at home.
The Padres. That's late. Oh, is that 80 games in?
That is week after the All-Star break.
So that's got to be more than 80 games, right?
Yeah, it's at least like 90 in.
Fernando Tatis.
Yeah.
That'll be cool.
You know, the last time we played the Padres at Rogers Center, you know who got their first career home run?
Was it Cap?
It's Kevin goddamn Biggio.
Nice. There we go.
Padres. We're going.
We still seem to play the Yankees a fair amount. Not as much. You know what? Not as much. I'm wrong.
No, it's like one of the last weeks of April, and then middle of May, and then literally September.
Late September. Last week of September.
That's them in the race.
That's so much better. I'm so here for that.
Yeah, I like balanced schedule. You actually get to see more teams. Like
it's fun. I'm excited for that. I totally forgot that was a thing.
Yeah, that's good. And I think it's I think that's the last bit of our Blue Jays stuff.
I think so. I think we got through it all.
Yes. So I feel like
I got a question for you. I know
where
I want to start.
Yes.
I think this should be an obvious one.
I'm all ears.
Albert Pujols is going to do this fucking thing, right?
He better.
He's absolutely going to do this thing.
Bro, it's actually unheard of how good, like,
what is going on? This is his best year since 2011, apparently.
Okay. From August 10th to the 22nd, Albert Pujols went 17 for 31, 1 double, 7 home runs, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts for a slash line of 548, 576, and a 1258 OPS.
That's so stupid.
He has a 1500 OPS since the All-Star break.
Do you have his full set of numbers in front of him since the All-Star break? I know it's absolutely ridiculous.
Okay.
What day was the All-Star game? I got the thing in front of me. I just need to figure it out.
It was
July
something.
July, was it 21st? Okay, so 23rd was his first game back. So July 23rd was his first game after the All-Star break. In that time, he is hitting 439, 492, 930.
That's disrespectful.
He's got a WRC plus of 293. He's got 8 homers, 18 RBIs, 4 doubles in 63 plate appearances.
He's 42 years old.
He's 47 years old.
Yeah, probably. Like, as he's 42, like
on his MLB page, he's 42 years old, but 42. He is 58 years old, and he's still doing this.
And like some of the home run, like the you can't even say like, oh, they're just giving him like meatballs, bro. The one he hit against the Cubs was at his, like, chin and outside.
Such a stupid home run. Also, it was a unicorn, which is great.
It was a unicorn. Hey, bro, Albert's.
But it counts. It counts. Unbelievable. He had. Oh, I gotta pull this up. there's a stat on Albert Pujols that absolutely blew my mind. I have it up here.
Oh, was it the he tied Barry Bonds for the most different amount of pitchers hit?
It's got something to do with that. So
it was 449.
This is fun. This is fun. Hall of Famer Jeff Bagwell finished his career with 449 home runs.
Yes, I saw this.
Hall of Famer Vladimir Guerrero finished his career with 449 home runs. Albert Pujols currently has a home run off of 449 different pitchers.
Bro, imagine being lucky number 450.
Oh,
like
I'd take that honor.
Right. Like
I want to give up 700. I want to be the guy that gives up 700. No?
I mean, no one really remembers it. No one really remembers the guy that gave up the Barry Bonds home run.
No. Who? I don't actually know who it was.
I don't either.
You're right.
It's like
all I remember was Eric Gagne and him going at it.
Oh yeah, Eric Gagne.
That's the only at bat I remember from Barry Bonds. I remember the pitcher.
He had one off-speed pitch that he could throw, and it was great. Like
it was so wicked.
Yeah. But then let's see, like what another we could also just all right, since weekly Joey Gallo love.
Joey Gallo.
Doing the damn thing.
Oh, I love
in LA.
I am now a Joey Gallo stan. I think I said
all
it
right,
last time.
So
too. Joey Gallo stands.
Since Joey Gallo joined the Dodgers, in 35 plate appearances. This is okay, these stats are from August 22nd anyway.
Okay.
So in 35 plate appearances, he's 267, 371, 667 for a 1.038 OPS. With 3 home runs and 5 RBI and a 184 WRC plus.
I love it so much.
And he's like, I love it. See the one game where he had like a triple. He had a triple off the wall and gunned a dude out and made a dive.
Oh, dude, incredible! He's good. He's a Gold Glover again. He's hitting for a 1 dot.
It's the beard.
He's bearded. It's just everything is going well in Joey Gallo's world. He's now married to Hanser Alberto. Congratulations to the two of them. I don't know if you saw that.
No, I didn't.
So they did the significant others of the team on Women's Day or whatever it was got to pick their husband's walk-up song. And I guess Alberto and Gallo don't have significant others. So they picked each other.
Oh, God.
But it was funny because the tweet straight up said, yeah, the team had their significant others pick their song. And then you go through the list and it says the name of the significant others, and you get to Gallo and it says Hanser Alberto. And you get to Hanser Alberto and it says Joey Gallo. I'm like, the guy went all the way to LA and found love. I'm so happy for him.
All right. Now, I'll let you pick where we go with this next one. Do you want to go with funny? Like, do you want to go with funny / WTF?
Oh, I think
like, or sad, or what? How?
Let's go with how first.
Okay, how? The mutant strikes again. O'Neal Cruz. He has hit the hardest ball or track ball in the StatCast era.
It was a single.
122.4 for a single.
It was a single.
Because Pittsburgh is shit. It's a home run at least. Like I think it was a home run at least 2/3 of the parts.
Rifled that thing off the wall.
Bro, the thing is, he thought it was gone. So by the time the ball hit the wall, he like just dropped his bat. And he's running there and it's just like, oh, I got a single. Cool.
Yeah.
On the
incredible.
But someone pointed out, it's like, I'm kind of glad the ball went off the wall because that's 122.
Oh, you don't want to be a fan trying to catch that.
Be in the way of that one.
No. You let that one go if you're in the crowd.
Bro,
he's gonna hit 130 at some point.
Bro,
I don't know if we'll ever see either. This is the starting of a new age of people like that, or we will never see this again.
Yeah, like
I think he might just be an alien.
I mean, the Red Sox are taking inspiration. Bobby Dalbec's short.
I've heard Aaron Judge might move into shortstop.
Yeah, man. Like
that seems to be the next
and move. Run faster than Tyreek Hill.
And just like put some sprinter legs on.
Yes.
It's nuts, man.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
I do want to talk about the other thing because I know exactly what the other thing was, and I absolutely love
there was 3. There was 3 things there.
Oh, I know, but the one with Ozuna from the Braves.
here's Ozuna from the Braves. Shout out the Braves radio guy Ben Ingram. Shout him out, bro. That's crazy. So, for folks that may not have seen it, the dash cam footage of Marcell Ozuna's arrest came out, or the body cam footage, and he says to the cop, "I'm Ozuna from the Braves."
That's how he starts it.
He starts it with that instead of showing his ID. I'm Ozuna from the Braves. What you doing, man? Like, that's great. But then Ozuna, okay, cool. You're still driving drunk. Like, so then Ozuna comes back.
He hands him the MLB card too. Like, yeah, I'm Ozuna from the Braves, bro.
That's great. And then he comes back, and people obviously people are just like, why is he in the lineup? What are you doing, Braves? And Ben Ingram, the radio guy for the, and when he comes up, says, and now here is Ozuna from the Braves. Like, you have no right to be that funny.
Oh, they killed. Just said it was straight face. Didn't miss a beat. Just kept going. I'm like, bro, dude, you're a legend.
Like, that's
Ozuna from the Braves. That was my favorite. That's my favorite story of the week. It was so funny. What an idiot. What an idiot. Like, did you really think that was gonna work?
Okay, so yeah,
he's got a camera strapped to his chest.
Yeah,
he's gonna be like, just turn that off. That's Ozuna from the Braves. Man, if anything, he's like, shit, I can arrest Ozuna from the Braves. This is great. I'm gonna make the Braves better.
And then, bro, did you see the other video I put in there with the commentators?
I did. That's weird.
Okay, you know what? Okay, yeah. So it's the Fredericton, I think it was Fredericksburg? Yes. The Fredericksburg Nationals, which I don't know. I think it's like low A for the Nationals.
Yeah.
Their announcer is like the weirdest.
Wild.
Like, he was doing it when Strasburg was like doing rehab starts.
Really?
And this man, James Wood, the new, one of the new prospects that came over in the Juan Soto trade, hits a home run. And this guy says, lock it, cock it, rock it, restock it.
True.
Like, and then he says, got me dancing like a proctologist with a twerking Groupon, with a twerking class Groupon. Like,
hey, man,
what does that even mean?
True, I get it.
No,
I hear that's what Dan's coming up with next. He's got all those locked, cocked, and restocked,
and swinging a drive.
He's gonna.
Why? Like, why? It makes no sense.
Oh, I love it. I wish every commentator was like that. I want just absolute ridiculous home run calls every time someone hits a home run call.
Do I want that?
I don't want any more.
But I don't.
We are past the age of Vin Scully. I think we want everyone just saying the most ridiculous thing. What was the other? What's the one on MLB The Show? It's like, just like my ex-girlfriend.
Oh, just like the no. That originally came from like a game in like Korea, I think.
Yeah.
It was like, just like the ex-girlfriend that will never return. That ball is gone.
I want more. I want all of that. I want every call to sound exactly like that.
Bro.
Let's have fun with it. Why not? You want to bring people in to watch the game? Start doing that. Start doing ridiculous stuff in your broadcast booth.
Speaking of bringing stuff into the game, did you see like all the minor league like rule stuff that's happening?
No.
Okay, so pitch clock. They implemented pitch clock in the minors,
and
apparently the average minor league game from last year was 3 hours and 7 minutes.
Oh, I did see a little bit of this.
Pitch clock, it's like 2:37. And there's like no difference in like walk rate, hit, like average strikeouts or anything.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You're saving it's
crazy. And that's a lot of time.
And then we get even crazier where you can challenge balls and strikes.
Unbelievable. This is my favorite thing of all time. This is what I've been preaching for like 3 years. This is such an easy concept.
But the big thing about it, the dugouts can't do it.
No?
It's the batter,
the
catcher, or the pitcher.
That. It's like tennis.
Literally, the pitcher. It was MLB TV like network. They did like a free like minor league game that showed the rules of it.
Yeah.
So a pitcher like threw a ball, threw a pitch that was in the zone, got hold of the ball. He immediately he tapped his head, and they immediately looked at it like that, and it was like, okay, strike.
It was instant. It was instant. Like he was still getting ready on the mound when they changed.
5 seconds.
Yeah,
like
that's unbelievable. That is that should be implemented tomorrow.
Yes, but another thing that I like too, you can only do it 3 times a game.
Brilliant. This is exactly what I've been saying to do.
You got to pick your spot.
Brilliant, man. Like if it's something egregious, you're like, yeah, give me that. But you're not like the ones that are like really borderline. You're like, I don't know, could have gone either way. Like you're in the ump's head at this point. You're like, well, was it actually a strike? Like, I don't really know. We'll just let it go.
I was watching Talking Baseball. They also John Boy also brought up that some organizations they're gonna be like they're like, my pitcher is not allowed to challenge anything. Only my catcher.
Yeah, as it should. I don't think the pitcher should. The pitcher's too emotional about it.
Yes, because it was like, God damn you! I should
have had that. And the catcher's like, that wasn't even fucking close.
I was like, I framed it for you. Like, you're welcome. Like, it made it look like kind of.
It really wasn't. It wasn't even on the black.
No.
Yeah.
Like it's
yeah. I think that should be implemented now. Like, don't even wait.
Yeah.
Just do it now because that's incredible. It's going to save so much time.
Yes.
No arguing, minimal anger. It'd be great.
Yeah,
great.
And there's also like another small change that they're making the bases slightly bigger.
Yeah,
like 15.
I don't really understand the difference of that, but
like
cool. That one's nothing.
Yeah, that was cool. I mean,
hey, can we talk about the second best pitcher on the Dodgers going down?
You mean Dustin May went down again?
No, Dustin May's good.
Oh, okay. All right.
Dustin May cooked. Yeah. I don't know if that was before or after our last podcast.
Oh, so we're talking about Dustin May did cook.
Dustin May.
We didn't get to talk about that. Yes, bro. He had his two-seamer had 20 inches of run.
He's so good.
Yeah, and then
don't get me wrong. Being the second best pitcher on the Dodgers is not a slight on Walker Buehler.
Mitch White was like their eighth best. Mitch White was like their ninth best pitcher.
Yeah. Like, no, Walker Buehler's still gross. I'd like to clarify. I still think Walker Buehler's really good.
Yes, but Brant's a Walker Buehler hater, and he's
I really like
Walker Buehler going through his second Tommy John.
Yeah,
that's out till 2024.
That sucks. That's terrible news for the Dodgers. That's terrible news for Walker Buehler. It's terrible news for baseball because Walker Buehler's fun. I do like contrary to popular opinion, I do like Walker Buehler. I just like Dustin May more. I have that much respect for Dustin May, is all it is. But Walker Buehler going down stinks. He was a perennial Cy Young candidate for most of the seasons he's been in. It sucks. You hate to see it. I mean, you hate to see it for him. You don't really hate to see it for the Dodgers. They're good enough. Any bad things that can happen to the Dodgers, you're like, shucks.
Yeah, but you're the Dodgers.
Yeah, it's okay. I think you'll handle it.
First comes to worst, you still have former Cy Young David Price in your bullpen.
Yeah, well, they announced that Walker Buehler's getting Tommy John. It's just like, oh, here's Dustin May coming up. It's like, fuck.
Yeah, here's Dustin May. Here's Tony Gonsolin, who's having the quietest Cy Young season ever.
Yep.
They're just
16-1. They're so good, and it sucks for Walker Buehler. And I don't. You never want to see it, but you don't mind that it happened to the Dodgers. We really don't have much else to talk about, do we?
No, we have I
think that's it.
Yeah, I mean, we have the little thing of expanded playoffs. Great idea. Love it.
I do want to talk about that. Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Anyone at the beginning of the season that said expanded playoffs was a bad idea, I'm so glad you're eating every single one of those words right now.
Oh, yeah. It's actually really good.
It's so much fun. There's so many more teams that are involved.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if we didn't have expanded playoffs this year? The Orioles wouldn't matter. They're far enough out of it that there's enough teams and enough teams around them that they would not matter. They probably would have sold.
Yeah.
It's so much better. I love every part of this.
And they kept the Red Sox even from selling that much.
Yes. Because they still kind of had a chance.
It's just teams out now. I think 6 or 7 now.
Every game matters now. Because if you're the Blue Jays, you know how much better it'll be to do a 3-game series at home against the Mariners as opposed to 3 games on the road against the Mariners. If I don't have to run into Robbie Ray in a wild card series, in a best of 3 wild card series, I think I'll take that. If I don't have to run into half of the Rays bullpen in a wild card series, I think I'll take that. If somehow it ends up being the Guardians and I don't have to run into James Karinchak, I'll take that every day of the week.
Seriously,
give me that number 1 wild card spot every day.
Yeah, I don't want to see the Guardians.
No, I don't.
Their team is just
they're good. They beat us for some reason.
Guardians, you were subtweeting a person on Blue Jays Twitter. we get it. You hate that people say you play a disgusting brand of baseball, but you do.
Ugly. They're just ugly.
Live with your disgusting brand of baseball. You, boo-boo?
Embrace it. We embrace being the annoying team having a lot of fun.
Are we also salty that Jose Ramirez was 2 minutes away from being a Blue Jay? Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it. Yeah. I think expanded playoffs were the best thing to happen this season.
Yes.
I love it. I love it so much.
Bro, you get things like the Phillies. The
Phillies are a team that are in the race right now.
Meanwhile, the Brewers have fallen apart.
And they are still in it.
It's ridiculous.
It's nuts, man. I love it. I love everything about it. I have nothing to complain about expanded playoffs right now.
No.
Everyone is complaining. It's like, oh, you're going to get teams that aren't very good in the playoffs. That's not true. It's just straight up not true this year. It might happen in the future, but right now it's just straight up not true. I love it. I love it. I love it so much.
Okay.
Let me
I need to say this just because Caitlin McGrath brought up that apparently they're aiming. John Snyder says the Jays are aiming to bring George Springer into center field for the next in the next few days.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, they're going to use Jackie Bradley Jr.'s institutional knowledge of Fenway Park.
Actually, excuse me, that's a good point. Because you watch what he did yesterday on
he held what was it?
The Raffy Devers line drive off the top of the wall.
He held that to a single and no runs.
He caught it off the wall.
Like he just said, "All right, cool."
Mm-hmm. He knew exactly where that thing was going. I'm like, okay, you know what? I will give Jackie Bradley Jr. the entire series.
And if Jackie Bradley Jr. gives if Jackie Bradley Jr. goes 1 for 3 tonight,
he's already surpassed what I thought he was going to do as a Blue Jay.
Oh yeah.
I think he already has more at bats than I thought.
What did I tell you? He has actually. I've updated this. He had when I looked at this I think it was a couple days. It was after it was after the cold double.
Okay.
He has the same run value against 4-seam fastballs. He has the same as Teoscar Hernandez, Jose Ramirez, and Kyle Tucker.
It's nuts.
He can hit a fastball.
It's nuts, and they still throw him fastballs.
And they still throw him fastballs.
Hey, I'll take it. Yeah, no, I don't mind. I don't mind throwing him out there all series. He looked great in center there. Like he knew where to be on every ball that got hit out there. Like it's what happens when you play that many games.
Yeah, like it's
center field. Yeah, nobody does that. Nobody really understands Fenway.
Yeah, and the Red Sox have to look at Jaren Duran being like, "Huh?"
Yeah, that's so funny. There was one more tweet I saw that I forgot to bring up when we were talking about the Jays.
Okay,
this is kind of fun. I like it. Josh Househam tweeted it.
Okay.
He said the Jays went 20-4 in Manoah's first 24 career starts.
Okay.
He had an ERA of 2.9 during that time and averaged 5.7 innings pitched per game started.
Okay. All right. That's very good.
Really good. In the next 20, he had an ERA of 2.91, so 0.01 worse, with 6.2 innings pitched per game start, which is 0.05 more.
Okay.
And the team has gone 9-11. So we went from 20-4 with almost identical starts to 9-11. Arguably better. Better run here.
If you want to look at like an in-season version of that, the Blue Jays are 17-7 when Jose Barrios starts, and they're a 500 team when Kevin Gausman starts.
Win-loss record is dumb.
It is.
It's dumb. It's like I used to try and argue for it, but after looking at all this year, I'm like, it's dumb, man. It's dumb.
Especially Kevin Gausman has the lowest FIP in the league.
Yeah.
He's a 500 pitcher.
It's nuts.
Which is why I'm kind of nervous about tonight's game for some reason.
Yeah.
We need to win because the Gausman games.
This also speaks volumes to every Yankees fan that was saying, "Oh, he's 1-3 over the last 4 games against the Yankees." It's just like, yeah, man, you're using win-loss record. Your point does not matter.
Yeah, he's had 1 bad game against the Yankees this year.
Yankees fans are bad. I don't have a good thing to say about Yankees fans. I like John Boy. That's the best thing I'll say about Yankees fans. Joe's McFly looks like he has a lot of fun.
Joe's is. Bro, as much as I don't like the Yankees, and especially as much as I don't like them being good, that clip of him reacting to Giancarlo's grand slam, is one of the greatest clips I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, he's great. So for me, every media member that I enjoy listening to comes out of the AL East, and none of them are from the Jays.
Nope.
I like John Boy. I like that whole. I like Jake's good too. Trevor doesn't count. He's not a Yankee guy, but Joe's is cool. Carrabis is great.
Fan.
It's great. I love those boys.
Rays fans, do they exist? We don't know.
I don't think they have coverage.
Orioles fans.
I don't have fans.
Orioles are going to start being something.
Oh, I don't want to hear about the Orioles ever. I will never jump into that. Unless we just start talking shit about Brandon Hyde, I want nothing to do with it.
I know, yeah. And
yeah, but it's cool.
Yeah.
But Yankees fans suck. I just want to I will continue to say that.
Yankees fans suck.
Yeah.
Did you see the video of all of them reacting when they beat the Mets yesterday that they won the World Series?
Oh, did they?
In August.
Nice. Remember when they tripped us or tripped Vlad for doing that?
Yeah, you remember when people were like, when after Anthony Rizzo scored the first run on Sunday, everybody was like, you can tell how much they want this game, and it's like, first run of a game.
Yep.
In a game,
it ended up being meaningless too. They tied.
You already lost the first 3 games.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Like,
zero self-awareness in that whole group. Saw someone comment today. It's just like because what was it, Gate 14 pod? They did like a video.
Yes,
it was actually hilarious. The comment, something was like, I'll pull it up because I have it here somewhere. But basically, there was a Yankees fan that commented on one of their posts about something. Give me 3 seconds here. Where is it? This is good. This is good content.
Yeah, seriously.
So that's what it was. He goes, the bleacher creatures show up to appreciate their players with a roll call every game, before every home game. Toronto and other franchises could never show love. And I'm like, he said it really well too. And this is just like, you guys literally booed Joey Gallo so much that he was afraid to leave his house.
You still currently booed the shit out of IKF.
Aaron Hicks took a beating.
Aaron Hicks is still taking a beating. You booed the shit out of Josh Donaldson.
Yeah.
Who's
Aaron Judge got boozed because he had a bad week.
Bro, you booed Josh Donaldson, who's had like
Stanton got booed in his second game as a Yankee?
I mean, yeah, bro, he had like 5 Ks that game, but still.
You show Toronto could never. Yeah, you're damn right we could never.
Yeah, because we're not complete.
Yusei Kikuchi's been one of the worst pitchers in baseball, and he still doesn't get booed.
I think, genuinely, I think it was during a very bad period. I think it was after the second loss to the Orioles. That was or the first loss to the Orioles. That was the first time I've ever heard booing.
Yeah.
No, it was after the Guardians game 1. That was the first time I've ever heard booing at the end of a game.
And it was at the end of the game. It's like, yeah, we're pissed off.
We're pissed because we lost.
But I'm not taking it out on one guy.
No, it's just hey, as a unit, do better. It's not you, Joey Gallo.
Yeah.
You, IKF, and it's really?
It's just bad. Glaber went on a month-long streak where he didn't hit a home run, and I don't think he ever got booed. I never saw it anyways. But you're booing IKF because he's not hitting home runs because that's not what he does.
Because they kind of got it kind of gets masked. Because what they're doing. Bro, the Glaber play from yesterday that allowed Pete Alonso to score third.
Mm-hmm. Awful.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
I
don't know.
Ah.
Yankees fans suck. Oh, but yeah. Anyways, back still on that video. This is why I brought it up. So this one guy commented on that video and goes, 10 games back. You mad? I'm like, hey, I'm not great at math, but I'm 900% sure that they're only 8.5 games back, which is less than 10.
Yes.
And that's not something to brag about, considering he was 19 a month ago. Maybe shut up on this.
And if the Blue Jays didn't go on arguably their worst stretch of the season, it would be
you'd be in second in the AL East right now. The Jays weren't awful for that little stretch.
This is just before we finish up. This is just a random thing that I found.
Mm-hmm.
So on August 31st of 2020, the Cleveland Guardians traded Mike Clevenger, Greg Allen, and a player to be named later to the San Diego Padres in exchange for shortstop Gabriel Arias, who became one of the Guardians' top prospects.
Okay.
Joey Cantillo, don't know who he is.
Okay.
Austin Hedges. Owen Miller. Josh Naylor. And shit. Cal Quantrill.
Oh, wow. I think they won that trade.
They won that trade. And
they quietly win a lot of trades.
Bro, they're beating the shit out of the Padres today.
Yeah. They won that. Andres Gimenez was great.
Yeah, they won that. They won the Lindor trade. I'm not gonna say
I think it's even. You could argue that they're winning it, but
they got their middle infield from the Mets.
Yeah. And I mean, Lindor had a bad first year, but he's better this year.
Been pretty good this year.
Yeah. I don't know. The Guardians just get it done, man. Yeah. They're crazy.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I think we might have run out of stuff to talk.
Shout out Kevin Biggio for being an absolute legend with the Make-A-Wish kid throwing out the first pitch.
Shout out Joey Gallo.
Shout out Joey Gallo. Shout out Kevin Biggio. Shout out Jose Barrios. Shout out Danny Jansen. Shout out
Little Daddy Cooch.
Little son Cooch. As
Baby Cooch. Baby Cooch not getting it done.
Baby Cooch.
I'm starting to become a Matt Chapman stan too. He's a lot of fun to watch. He's really nice. He's really nice in the dugout.
Does Matt Chapman need a stan?
No, he doesn't. He really doesn't. But I love him. I don't think he gets enough love. I think
I'm becoming a JBJ stan.
It's fair.
I'm becoming a JBJ stan. I got to.
Hey, it's fair. Did we mention the fact that Bradley Zimmer hit a double in his first game?
No, we didn't.
No, he didn't.
I saw that. Good job for Brad. And I don't think he's got a hit since.
Made me tear up a little bit. It's like, good job, Brad. Yeah, it's
Brad,
great. No, Matt Chapman needs more love, man.
Yeah, because he didn't realize he's like 2 home runs off of the team lead.
Yeah, and he's doing it with a wicked mustache.
Yeah,
and just pure love for his teammates.
Yeah, man,
so fun.
Great man,
and absolute tree trunks for forearms.
Yeah, that's why he's not. That's why he doesn't wear elbow guard. He's just like
doesn't need it. He doesn't need it.
He wore it one game.
Hits muscle.
He wore it one game, and I was just like, that looks very weird.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Shout out Matt Chapman.
Yes.
Thanks for listening. If you've made it this far, thanks for supporting us. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Not Facebook. We're not on Facebook. That's weird. No, you can check out. We're gonna put together merch at some point. We have some merch for other stuff, Jays related, on theasports.com. You'll find us there eventually. I'm still working on getting everything through with that, but yeah, you can find us there. You can check out all our content. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and we will catch you next week sometime. Cheers.